Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Westtown Series. This is Alan and today we've got an exciting episode. So not only did we install Optifine, which allows us to do that, how you doing? But also we've got our plans for the outline. So we will be finally getting into the main building today, and that is some great progress. I'll attach the plan on the screen so that you guys can take a small look at it. And we are building the dark blue section for now with stone bricks. I've got my second camera account set up as well, so let's try to do in time lapse. Okay, welcome back everyone. After a fairly long period of time, we have got our outline constructed just exactly as planned. This is just the outer wall and we're going to do the inner wall later. And yeah, there isn't really much to the process. It's just copying them block by block. Part of it over here, I've actually made an error, and thanks to one of my friends helped me really hard to check it out, and we had to shift everything by one block. But other than that, not a lot of issues, and it's actually looking great. So before we finish off this episode, since we've just decided that the inner walls are going to be most likely a lot of white concrete, we are going to make a better concrete duper and make a concrete converter right beneath this area. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We've also made a little demo over here for our East Collection Hall. For our East Collection Room. Yeah, not much to it, but just the general idea of the outer and inner wall, some floorings, some elevation of the wall, and over here we've decided to go for 4 blocks up and then use stone bricks. Use normal bricks, sorry. And yeah, alright, let's get going. Alright, welcome to my sand, gravel, and concrete powder duplicator. And what we have on our left, right? Well, my left, your right, is the duplicator. It's one of Racework design, and once again, I think, and it's really useful. It dupes 3 sand/gravel at a time. So let me just demonstrate it real quick, and then we will be heading on to recreating this on all 3 other sides so that we have 4 times the efficiency. So let's say we want some concrete powder, which is what we need. We get 3 on our hands. We place them right here. And all we gotta do is to flick on the machine and it will get to work. So the theory behind it is that the falling sand/concrete powder is actually a entity. When it gets sent through the portal, it gets copied over there. But at the same time it gets sent through, it also stays and becomes a block, therefore successfully duplicating it. So we just gotta repeat this process for a little bit. And then we can turn it off. We set our spawn here. And we can go check it out. Alright, so that is where all the sand popped. It gets popped over here, and it gets collected over here because it gets thrown and then it hit the button. They break into entities form and then gets collected by the hopper, gets sent down to the very bottom. So that's one of the sides. I have to build one for each side, and we can do that first and then we'll do the machines. So these pillars are just for the sand to hit and fall. Down here we are only making a collection system. We can make it however deep we want, but likely we're not gonna AFK for that long because it might crash the server. And it's just like 8 double chests is actually a lot. So that should do the work. I could put some extra blocks every here and there to make sure the entity pops into the hopper instead of like falling over here, let's say. But most should be collected. But just in case, we should do something like this where we have a little hoop basically. So hopefully that keeps things inside. And yeah, so this side is done. If I throw an item, let's say boop, it gets popped in there, and then we should be able to collect it here. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta go back and do the 3 copies on the other side. And my filming device is a little bit limited at the moment, so yeah, it's working perfectly. They're all breaking apart and falling into these little blocks. Alright everyone, welcome back. We have completed our quadrupled right here. So it has 4 times the efficiency as we have before. And we'll do some AFKing after today, but before we finish off, we will make a concrete converter right underneath the platform. So let's go do that. Alright, we're under the platform now, and we've got all the materials we need, so let's place it where? How about right here? Yeah, let's do that right here. Alright, look at this bad boy. It is done. This is actually not the actual recording. The recording got corrupted, sadly. And because of that, I actually don't have the concrete powder with me because all of them are actually already converted into concretes right here. But generally how you use it is by putting a concrete powder, pretend that this is, on your offhand, and the pickaxe on your main hand. Get out. Alright, by putting your pickaxe on the main hand, concrete powder on the offhand, you hold your right click and then you hold your left click. So you repeat this process of placing block and destroying blocks. And every time you place one, it's gonna shoot another one to you. Yeah, that's how the system works. And on the outside, you load the concrete powder here. If you just shove them in, they will get loaded into this dispenser, and every time you place a block, it's gonna dispense it. There you go. So that is pretty much it for this converter, and since it's been a while since I've recorded this section, we've actually made a lot of progress upstairs. So before we end today, let me just show you guys the progress. So up here in the top, you'll realize that not only the outside wall, but the inside wall, if you look at the graph, the pink colored ones, the magenta colored ones, are also filled in with white concrete. So it already looks super cool right now, and we have sectioned each side. We have changed the elevation of the porch and the wall a little bit. Instead of having 3 over here, we've made it 2 so that it's more according to scale. And the walls, we decided to have 3 gray bits rather than 4. And lastly, we have this little demo section right here because we measured the height and we've calculated some data for the floor, and this is how it'll work out. This is one section of the school, and I'll post a picture to the right of it so that we can have a comparison. So yeah, that is a long episode, and that is pretty much it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, huge shout out to my teacher and my friend who helped me out a lot in this process, as well as my girlfriend. We've made a lot of design and trial and errors and in terms of the height. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, peace out.